What it do, baby? It's your boy Baki back with another one. They finally showed us a couple extra shots of Superman, and I just wanted to take this time to maybe talk about the state of DC, my feelings about everything that's happened across, I don't know, the last 10 years, and just where DC is, man. Let's go first into his outfit and get that out of the way, and then for the people who really want to care or want to hear about it, then we'll go from there, okay? As you can see, we got our boy here not really feeling this outfit, and it's for quite a few number of reasons. I don't want to bash on it too much because it might not be the finished product or whatever else. I'm not a fan of all this extra stitching that's being done here. It doesn't really seem like it signifies anything. I mean, for all I know, it could. Maybe that could be like what the Kryptonians wear on Krypton or whatever else, but it just doesn't have a lot of flow to the actual streams and lines. Another thing is it seems very, very baggy. I mean, it could just be me and I could just be tripping, but it seems very like it has a lot of bagginess to it. And I'm not gonna sit here and like be like, oh well, the Cavill one was the greatest or whatever. Although I do think the Henry Cavill one was really solid. Like it had that texture to it that just seemed like that would be what like you would have as a Kryptonian suit. Whereas this more seems more clothy, you know? Overall, I think this suit does not look too hot. Let's check out some other pictures. Okay, so here, I will say that I actually do enjoy how it looks in the back. I think that looks pretty cool. I've always been a fan of the yellow logo on the back, bro. That's like, I have that up on my wall right now for my Superman, the Death of Superman. Like, I love the logo on the back. It's always been a big thing for me. Looks pretty solid. I'm still not really sold on how the S looks. Doesn't really look like an S because it meets the border and the whole entire border is red. Does that make sense? So, like, okay, you see how the S here, when the border meets the S, it's at the curve, which is already explaining where the S goes. When the border meets this, it's still the border. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the issue here. Look at how the S looks. The S starts on the border, and I guess because it ends on the border, but the problem is the whole thing's a border. So you can't have something start on the border if it doesn't come off of the border ever. The S never comes off of the border until the curve. And then it kind of goes back into the border. I mean, I guess, dude, it doesn't even look like a fucking S, dude. I get it. It's kind of like the Kingdom Come and the real OG Superman S. But personally, like, it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't rock as well. The one thing I'll say about it that I'll give it credit for, though, is it does look really alien. Like, his outfit right now looks way more alien and foreign than whatever we have right here with the actual Superman, how he looks in the comic books, right? Now, that could be good or bad, but he is a Kryptonian, and the outfit is from his childhood from Krypton. It's not like he made it here on Earth. So it should have a little bit of foreignness to the letter S. It shouldn't be a letter S, honestly. I mean, I know that was like the house thing and all that stuff, but like it's not an S. That's why in Man of Steel, they kind of played on that. You know what I'm saying? And even in the comic Man of Steel, I wasn't even talking about the movie, but even in the comic Man of Steel, that's really where it came from. That's where most modern ideas of Superman came from. Is like the 70s Superman. Prior to that, it was freestyle. But like right around the 70s Superman, that's when they started really changing stuff up. Him as the actor, he looks solid as Superman in the face, just not really in the body. He doesn't have the body type, but I don't think you have to these days because my favorite Superman is still the Superman from Superman and Lois. So yeah, that show is great. The one that has like 2 or 3 seasons out right now. I love that dude as fucking Superman, man. That's my favorite Superman by far, actually. So, you don't have to be big to me, but his suit has a lot of bagginess to it, bro. It's almost like 1989 Batman versus Batman Returns. Like in Batman Returns, his suit is much more sleek. There's not a lot of gaps in it. It's like you can kind of see gaps in his foot, gaps in his drawers. No, I'm just kidding. There's like bagginess. I don't know. There's something about it where I'm not really feeling it yet. I'll leave all rights to be reserved. you know, but so far, see, like there, it really doesn't look good, but that's probably not a fair shot though, you know? Bro, that suit just looks so much, but look at how the S looks. Do you see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Look at how the S looks alone, bro. Like the S alone. Forget the colors and all that shit because all that shit is changed in edit. That's all post shit. But just look at like the material and like this also looks very alien to be fair. Like it's like a onesie, but it has a lot of stuff on the hips and shit. And you can see the texture of the actual outfit. His S looks so much better here though. It also starts on the border. But what it does is it bleeds off of the border like you're supposed to with Superman. You're supposed to bleed off the border. This never bleeds off. Look, this part is always the same, going all the way around until this part at the very end. Because it's supposed to be like the end of the S, right? It's supposed to be the end of the S here on this. This goes and it's out, right? But I think it looks fucking terrible. Doesn't really look like an S. It more, dude, somebody could have that. You know what it looks like? It looks like like the red is like breaking like a ship or something up, like a two-hand symbol like this or some shit, right? It kind of looks like it's like breaking it up, like, and then it just has red in the middle. Like I don't really see the S personally. It's really hard to. I guess because they have the yellow border around it, they think that was what was gonna do it. But like, it's hard for me to it really is hard for me to see the S here. I just see like the yellow piece and the other yellow piece sticking out on a diamond piece. Because you're telling me that somebody would get sued if they had that kind of Superman logo? Let's say they made it black and white. Bro, DC wouldn't even have looked at that shit. Omni-Man looks like a YouTube goddamn symbol and he ain't been touched. I just don't like this. I don't like this. I really do hope the movie's good though. You know, if you're just wondering about how I feel about Superman suit, overall, not really a fan. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Give your boy a like. Let me know how you feel about the suit, man. I'm really trying to grow this channel. I'm really trying to have some interactions. So the more conversations we can have, the better it will be.